Hello Bitzbox, this is Craig here from Bitzbox.co.uk, and once again I am joined by Kaydie.
Hi!
So, this is the 5th video I believe in our hobby,
I think it is.
in our Bitzbox Hobby School series, and we're looking at metallics, gold and silver essentially. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. We are working on Space Marine, and we're going to do the gold and silver areas on him. So as always, before we begin, if you are new to this channel, then welcome and thank you for joining us. And please do feel free to hit that subscribe button down below if you want to keep up to date with all the videos we're putting out. We're doing about 2 a week at the moment, which is really good, and yeah, hopefully I can keep on top of that. And before we begin, as always as well, just a big huge shout out and thank you to all of our Patrons. If you want to know what Patreon is all about, there is a link down below. We have like free shipping available on our website as part of just a $5 pledge, and we also have like bits bags on the higher pledges that we just give away each month as well. And yeah, these videos also go up on our Patreon a week early. So if you really like the series and you want to see it early, then just for $1 you can just join our Patreon and watch these videos a week before they go up on YouTube. So yeah, let's get onto the desk. So yeah, again we had slight audio issues in this one, but only for the first few minutes here. So up to about 5-minute mark, we had sort of echoey audio, so I didn't want to put that in the video. So I'm just starting off by showing off where the Marines are up to. So Kaydie's on the left, mine on the right. We painted the black and white in the last video, which we're quite happy with. So now we are moving on to the metallic colours. So yeah, as I recorded this, I was probably waffling on about some nonsense. So yeah, obviously I was saying something before this begun, but we're going to start by doing the silver areas, and then we're going to be doing the gold. So I think in this first little clip, it's mainly just putting down the lead belcher. It's here. So yeah, I'm not a massive fan of GW metallics. I've probably said this numerous occasions, but for these sort of videos, these are the ones that are mostly accessible. Most people, especially beginners, will use them. The lead belcher's not bad actually. It's not a bad paint. It does cover well. It does seem to separate like a lot of GW metallics do, but a good old shake is all you need. Also, just a quick mention, when you are painting metallics, it's good to have a separate water pot, or change your water pot after you've used them, just because the metallic flakes will get in for water. But yeah, so I'm going to thin it down with just a little bit of the water, and as you can see, it still goes over the black really nicely. The two colours that we use to base coat the lead belcher and retributor armour are really good at going over black, and they are my 2 favourite GW metallic paints. And the rest of the metallics, mind you, not so much. But yeah, I'm just painting the parts on the bolt gun. I'm going to be doing the aerials, the skull and crossbone symbol on the chest, and also some parts on the backpack as well. I apologise, I went a bit out of shot there. Check the box art to see what bits you want silver or gold, or if you're just painting your own scheme, then obviously you know what areas are going to be what colour. And of course be very careful not to get any on the areas you've already done. So I think I'm using a size 0 brush, might even be a 00 actually, to paint these little areas. Now, as long as you've got a good point on your brush, the size don't really matter too much. You could easily do this with a size 1. As long as you've got a good point, you can get into them little areas. So yeah, so I'm going to continue just working around this miniature, painting the different areas. Okay, so I apologise, the audio went really echoey there, so it should all be fixed now. This is where he is. I've changed the camera angle slightly just so it's a little bit better for you guys. Still a lot of trial and error in this series, but we're getting there. So I've done some silver on the backpack as well. Just trying to sort of match the box art. I believe it's like that on the box art as well. But I quite like doing some silver on the backpack just to break up the armour a little bit. So the next thing we're going to do is wash all these areas with our good friend Nuln Oil. And I'm going to water it down just a little bit, just for that dampness on the brush. And I'm just going to apply it over all these metallic areas. that silver, so just like so. Just darkens the recesses and brings out some of that detail just a little bit. Just like we did with the armour in the second video. And you want to give this plenty of time to dry. It will take longer to dry than a regular paint. And again, don't put too much on your brush. If it does pool up anywhere, then just use your brush just to sort of soak it up like a sponge, essentially. Like so, so yeah. And what we're going to do is, while that is drying, we will move on to the gold areas. Okay, so for the gold areas, we're going to start with some Retributor armour. So we're going for quite a bright gold here. And there's not a lot of gold, there's literally the trim around the shoulder pad. And I think that's pretty much it. So start by, and there's only one shoulder pad with trim on as well on these miniatures, but if you're painting regular Space Marines or even just some other types of Primaris, you might have trim around 2 shoulder pads. But just slowly work your brush.
Whoops. And don't do what I just done and drop your brush all over it.
No, don't do that. I'm using
I shall fix that.
I'm using a size 00 here. But any brush with a good point will paint this. No trouble at all. So just take your time, thin out the paint just a little bit, just so it flows a bit easier. And just work your way around the shoulder pad. It's a bit harder for me to do as I'm trying to film at the same time. I'm just going to gradually do little bits at a time. I'll try and get in shot as well. Getting used to all these different camera angles, trying to find the best one for you guys. It's quite difficult. I need one where my face is, really. Now you should only need the one coat. I'm just going back over these areas just to sort of neaten them up more than anything. Retributor Armour is one of my favourite metallic paints from GW. And they don't do many that I like, but Retributor Armour is really good. It covers really well and it's a nice bright gold. And it contrasts really nicely with our blue. So the next thing we've got to do is apply a shade wash to this one as well. And I'm going to take some Seraphim Sepia, however you want to pronounce it. And again, using my 00 brush, or any brush with a good point on it. Essentially just want to go over where we've just painted. Now, because this is quite a flat surface, the wash will sort of tint the surface more than anything. But it just gives it just that tiny little bit more depth to it.
Can you use Agrax F shade?
Yeah.
I don't think we've got this one. Me and Wayne.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
When it comes to gold, you can really use any colour to shade it. Even like reds and purples look really nice. Greens you can use. Literally use any colour. Just change whether you want a warm gold or a cold gold. And maybe that's something we could look in the future. Different types of golds and things.
Yeah,
like
that'd be good.
But yeah, literally, I don't think there's a shade you couldn't use. It all depends how you want the final result. Just for this one, I'm just using the sepia. You could even use like flesh wash. It wouldn't be too different to this. So yeah, so hopefully by now, non-oil wash should be pretty much dry, especially under these lights. I still have a nice bent aerial. I just cannot get that to stay straight. And we'll highlight these two metallic areas. Okay, so we're going to start by highlighting the silver areas, and we're going to use some Rune Fang steel for this. So I've already got it on the palette, and essentially we're doing just what we've done previously and just doing edge highlights on this. I'm trying to get my hand out of the way. When it comes to those round areas, I'm just going to sort of hit the top like that.
Oops.
Over these edges. Just carefully run the brush along the edge. Now it's not a massive change in colour. I hope the camera picks up. Yeah, you can sort of see where I've gone around there like so. Just carefully go around the edges. Now you don't have to be sort of proper sharp highlights like we have been on the arm. It doesn't matter if they're a bit thicker in places or not. It just adds a little bit of sort of texture to the metal. Doing it, but it really depends how you want to do it. You can be more careful than me. And with the aerials, I'm just going to run a line down them. So when it comes to these vents on the backpack, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to sort of do a circle highlight on the top.
Okay.
Just something different. This is more of a Zenitl style highlight, and we'll go into that in more detail in a future video, but I thought I'll do something different here. Now my paint's quite thin. Do this when your paint's quite thin, and that will look better. And on the backpack, I'll run along these edges like so. Now these edges are quite easy just to do with the side of your brush, as we did in the edge highlighting video. So again, same principle applies. Just run around these areas there like so. That's as simple as that. And that is the silver areas. Oh, we just have the skull and crossbone on the chest. And for that, I'm just going to sort of paint the sort of forehead, and then just little specks on the bones, like so. And yeah, that is the silver areas done. And then we'll go on to highlighting the gold. That shade wash, as it was so thin on such a little area, is probably already dry. Okay, so now on to doing the highlights for the golds. And I'm going to use a Gehenna's gold, as we're going to stick with a nice bright gold. Now again, this is another one of my metallic paints that really isn't standing the test of time, so I'm going to thin it out more than you probably need to yourself. And
oh yeah, that's gloopy.
yeah, shaking doesn't seem to do much to
nope.
that one. I don't think it's really meant to be as dark as it's looking there either.
There's loads of little red bits in it.
Yeah. And yeah, it's just a case of running the edge of your brush just along this trim, so you get all the sort of edges of it, as it is an edge highlight, of course.
Oh wow, that looks really cool.
That makes it look nice and shiny as well.
Yeah, wow, I love it.
Actually a really nice paint, the Gehenna's Gold. It's just, mine's seen better days.
If Wayne's got that at home, I have to use it more often.
And what we're also going to do, just to mix things up a little bit,
yeah,
we're going to go back to our Runefang. Is it Runefang Steel we use? Yeah, Runefang Steel. Still got some of that wet on the palette, and then I'm just going to do a further edge highlight just on like the corners. So
on the gold.
On the gold, yeah, on the gold. Now if you don't want to go as far as silver, you could just mix some of this into the Gehenna's Gold to make a lighter gold if you so wish, or use a lighter gold. But we're going to go right up to...
Pinch a little bit of yours, mine's
yeah.
dried.
mine's quite thin. I've thinned it out a little bit more than usual, just to... And then you just want little bits on the corners, not much. And that just adds that further highlight and even more shine to the gold. I don't know how well the camera will pick that up because it's such a small amount, but...
That is so subtle, but I love it.
Yeah, just adds a little bit more to it, just make it a little bit more of a difference. Like so. There we go.
I'm so happy. My edge highlighting is just getting better and better.
Good. I'm glad. Even if this video series only helps you and no one watching, it's probably worth it. But I'm hoping there's some viewers out there who will benefit from some of these videos. You know, they'll be up on YouTube for a while, as videos tend to be, so even if someone watches this in 5 years time who is new to the hobby, hopefully that benefits. I know it does. If these videos are useful to any of you guys, then definitely let us know in the comments below. It just makes it so much worthwhile doing them, just knowing that even we just help one person with their painting. But yeah, that's essentially it for gold and silver. I mean, you could go back and do a similar thing on the silver with an even lighter silver. Stormhost silver is really good for that. But I didn't want to have that silver as shiny as I do with the gold, so that's why I haven't done it here. So yeah, is yours done?
Yeah, I'm done.
So we'll just quickly show off Kaydie's as well. So
happy with my shoulder pad. Do excuse the gold splodges if you see them. That is where I dropped my brush earlier.
I think you've tidied that up now, haven't you?
I haven't yet, no.
Oh.
I'll have to.
Oh yeah, just a little. That's just
the tiniest little bit.
Little bit on his head. That's all. But yeah, apart from that, it's coming along nicely. And yeah, hopefully by the end of the series we'll have the rest of the squad done as well. But there's a few other videos I want to do concentrating on this guy. And there's also the sergeant guy here that I want to do his skin on as well. So I don't know whether you want to do skin in the next video or whether we do it after this marine's done. So there's that to consider. But there's other things I want to do on here as well. We'll definitely do a video painting all the screens, the lenses, and the eyes as well. So we'll do that one. I'll also do one for the purity seal and also for basin, and then another one for doing flesh as well. So they're the next 4 videos. Just I don't know what order we'll do them in. Whatever takes our fancy, I suppose. So yeah, let's switch over the camera just to say goodbye. Yeah, well, again, my beard goes out of control. I've actually blocked the word beard from comments because I know it gets terrible. I don't need to be told all the time. So yeah, I'm enjoying this series though.
This is great. I love it. And
I'm really happy that I can help you with your painting, and hopefully you guys as well. So yeah, I've mentioned what the next 4 videos will be in whatever order. But yeah, if you want to see the next one, then hop on our Patreon and that'll be up within a day or 2 of this one going out. And then you'll know what it is by the time this goes up. And we'll know because we'll have filmed it by then, because we film these a couple of weeks in advance. So, but yeah, really looking forward to getting this squad finished at some point as well. And they're going to look nice. And they'll be the start of a new Ultramarines army, which we'll call it a studio army, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, really happy with the results. I'm really enjoying this series. I hope you guys are too, and if you are, please let us know by giving us a big thumbs up.
Big thumbs up.
Big thumbs up. It's not like a regular thumbs up, it's a big thumbs up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And leave us comments down below if there's any other sort of techniques or anything you want to see in this video. Like I say, we'll probably split these up into different seasons, and this first season is all looking at these ultramarines and doing the next 4 videos that I mentioned, and then after that we'll go into more advanced techniques and looking at different miniatures and things like that. So there's so many things we can do in this series, and yes, I really enjoy filming them. So I think that's all what's left to say. I've rambled on long enough, so thank you so much for watching. See you again very soon. If you enjoyed this video, then please feel free to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. You can also click that bell icon to be notified when a new video has gone live on this channel. On the screen now are 2 more videos that you may wish to check out, and a link to our Patreon page also. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.